What happens if you never breathe properly? Have you ever felt tired all day, anxious for no reason, or like your heart is racing out of control, even when you're just sitting still? What if I told you the way you breathe might be silently destroying your health? Most of us breathe around 20,000 times a day. It's something we do without thinking. But that's the problem. We don't think about it. And for millions of people, that automatic breathing is slowly becoming a silent threat. We sit hunched over phones, we slouch at desks, we rush through life with shallow chest breathing. We suck in air quickly through our mouths, and we call that normal. But the body disagrees. Improper breathing, shallow, rapid mouth breathing, does more damage than you'd ever imagine. It's not just about feeling tired. It's about long-term suffering, anxiety, depression, poor sleep, brain fog, even digestive issues, weakened immunity, and heart disease. Yes, heart disease. Let me take you back to a real story. Sarah, 34, a marketing executive, started experiencing panic attacks. She thought it was just work stress. Doctors gave her medication, but it didn't stop. Until one breathing coach asked her one simple question. Do you breathe through your mouth? She did. All day, even in her sleep. After just 2 weeks of learning proper nasal breathing and slowing her breath rate, her panic attacks vanished. No pills. Just breath. Why? Because when you breathe improperly, your body lives in a constant state of threat. Shallow breathing tells your nervous system, I'm in danger. Your brain activates the sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight response. Cortisol, the stress hormone, floods your bloodstream. Your heart beats faster. Blood flow shifts from your gut to your limbs. Digestion slows. Sleep becomes light and broken. Memory and focus gone. All from breathing wrong. Let's go deeper. Did you know mouth breathing reduces nitric oxide, a gas your body needs for blood vessel health? Without it, circulation worsens. Your blood pressure rises. Your brain gets less oxygen. Over time, this contributes to chronic fatigue and even cognitive decline. A 2018 study in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that children who breathe through their mouths during sleep often develop crooked teeth, smaller jaws, and even behavioral disorders like ADHD. Yes, improper breathing affects kids' brain development. Another shocking stat in people with chronic anxiety. Over 80% of them are found to overbreath, taking in too much air too quickly. This causes an imbalance in oxygen and carbon dioxide levels in the blood. Most people think more oxygen is better, but it's a myth. When CO drops too low, your body can't release oxygen from red blood cells effectively. So your organs are actually starving even when you're breathing heavily. That's why people who breathe rapidly during anxiety attacks often feel dizzy, numb, or experience chest tightness. It's not a heart attack. It's poor breathing chemistry. Still think breathing isn't important? Let's talk about sleep. Improper breathing during sleep, like mouth breathing or snoring, is a major cause of sleep apnea. That means you stop breathing for seconds, sometimes even minutes, hundreds of times a night. Your brain is constantly being jolted awake, starving for air. The result? You wake up exhausted, foggy, irritable, and your risk for stroke, diabetes, and heart failure skyrockets. Here's another story. John, 47, had high blood pressure for years. Meds didn't help. He snored so loudly that his wife slept in another room. After visiting a sleep specialist, he was diagnosed with severe sleep apnea. The root cause? Chronic mouth breathing. After training his body to nasal breathe and doing simple breathing exercises for 10 minutes a day, his snoring stopped. And 6 months later, his blood pressure dropped. Naturally, breathing affects everything. Your brain, your heart, your hormones, your immune system. Even your posture? And perhaps the scariest part? You don't feel the damage at first. It creeps in. Slowly, you just notice you're more anxious than usual. You can't fall asleep as easily. You feel tired even after 8 hours in bed. You think, maybe I'm just getting older, but it's not age. It's breath. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you paid attention to your breath? Not just during yoga? Not just when you're sick? I mean, really observed how you breathe all day long. If you're like most people, the answer is never. So now you might be wondering, what does proper breathing look like? And how do you fix years of doing it wrong? That's what we'll explore in the next part of this video. But before we go, take a deep breath in through your nose, slowly, fill your belly, and exhale gently through your nose. Did you feel a difference? That's the beginning of change. If you've ever felt like your body was working against you, if you've struggled with anxiety, fatigue, or poor sleep, you need to look at your breath first, because it's not just air, it's life. Asterisk, and without proper breathing, you're surviving, but not truly living. Do you know what happens to your immune system when your breathing is shallow and fast for too long? It collapses. Literally. Improper breathing increases cortisol, the stress hormone, which weakens your immune response. That means you're not just stressed, you're more likely to get sick, more likely to have inflammation in your body, more likely to develop autoimmune diseases. You're opening the doors for illness just by the way you breathe. Now picture this. You're in your 30s or 40s, you're healthy on paper, but you always feel tired, your brain is foggy. You can't focus like you used to, you snap at people easily. You think it's work stress or maybe age. But what if it's something so basic, so overlooked like your breathing? Most people never connect the dots. Let me tell you about sleep. Breathing affects deep sleep, the kind that heals your body. If you breathe through your mouth at night, if your breath is too fast, you don't hit those deep sleep cycles. You wake up more exhausted than before. And this goes on for years, slowly damaging your brain, your heart, your skin, your hormones. It's a slow, invisible decay. Let's talk about your face. Yes, your actual facial structure. Improper breathing, especially mouth breathing during childhood, has been linked to narrow faces, crooked teeth, weak jaws, and even nasal obstruction. The way you breathe literally changes how you look. This is not woo-woo, it's supported by studies in orthodontics and craniofacial development. Your breathing shapes your identity, and for those of you who struggle with anxiety or panic attacks, you ever realize that your breath is almost always involved? A shallow chest breath signals danger to the brain, which releases adrenaline and keeps your body on edge. Breathing becomes fast, your heart races, your hands sweat. It's a cycle, and unless you break it, you stay trapped. Many people live this way for decades, never knowing that breath was both the trigger and the cure. Athletes, too. Imagine training for months and still underperforming. Many elite athletes today are discovering that nasal breathing during training can increase endurance, improve oxygen uptake, and even shorten recovery time. The body performs better when it gets what it needs most. Oxygen delivered efficiently, calmly. Now I want you to pause. Put your hand on your belly. Breathe in through your nose slowly. Feel your belly expand. Exhale through your nose. That's how you're supposed to breathe. Quiet, deep, controlled, like the ocean tide. Not rushed. Not noisy. Not panicked. This is what your body is crying out for. You've lived years, maybe even decades, breathing wrong. But it's not too late. Breath is the one thing you can control right now, without a doctor, without a prescription, without anyone else. Just you, your awareness, and your will to reset your system. If this message hit you hard, if you felt something stir in your chest good, that's the beginning. Don't ignore it. Start today. Watch your breath. Train it. Respect it. And it will change your life. And before you go, if you found this video eye-opening, if it helped you understand your body just a little better, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more deep health insights like this. Breathing properly isn't just about survival, it's about thriving. You deserve that. But here's the good news, you're not powerless. If you've made it this far in the video, it's clear that you're ready to take back control of your breath and your life. So, in the next section, we're going to dive deep into how to breathe properly, step by step, in a way that supports your lungs, your brain, and your nervous system. And hey, before we dive in, don't forget to hit the like button if this video is resonating with you, subscribe for more life-changing health insights, and leave a comment below if you've ever struggled with your breathing or found techniques that work. I'd love to hear your experience. Thank you so much for watching now. Let's explore the breath that heals.